Yudhishthira is a vast tree, formed of religion and virtue. Arjuna is its trunk, Bhimsena, its branches. The two sons of Madri are its full-grown fruit and flowers, and its roots are Krishna, Brahma, and the Brahmanas. Pandu, after having subdued many countries by his wisdom and prowess, took up his abode with the Munis in a certain forest. As a sportsman, where he brought upon himself a very severe misfortune for having killed a stag coupling with its mate, which served as a warning for the conduct of the princes of his house as long as they lived. Their mothers, in order that the ordinances of the law might be fulfilled, admitted as substitutes to their embraces the gods Dharma, Vayu, Sakra, and the divinities the twin Ashwins. And when their offspring grew up, under the care of their two mothers, in the society of ascetics, in the midst of sacred groves and holy recluse abodes of religious men, they were conducted by rishis into the presence of Dhritarashtra and his sons, following as students in the habit of brahmacharis, having their hair tied in knots on their heads. "These our pupils," said they, "are as your sons, your brothers, and your friends. They are Pandavas." Saying this, the Munis disappeared. When the Kauravas saw them introduced as the sons of Pandu, the distinguished class of citizens shouted exceedingly for joy. Some, however, said they were not the sons of Pandu. Others said they were, while a few asked how they could be his offspring, seeing he had been so long dead. Still on all sides voices were heard crying, "They are on all accounts welcome. Through divine providence we behold the family of Pandu. Let their welcome be proclaimed." As these acclamations ceased, the plaudits of invisible spirits, causing every point of the heavens to resound, were tremendous. There were showers of sweet-scented flowers, and the sound of shells and kettledrums. Such were the wonders that happened on the arrival of the young princes. The joyful noise of all the citizens, in expression of their satisfaction on the occasion, was so great that it reached the very heavens in magnifying plaudits. Having studied the whole of the Vedas and sundry other shastras, the Pandavas resided there, respected by all and without apprehension from anyone. The principal men were pleased with the purity of Yudhishthira, the courage of Arjuna, the submissive attention of Kunti to her superiors, and the humility of the twins, Nakula and Sahdeva, and all the people rejoiced in their heroic virtues. After a while, Arjuna obtained the virgin Krishna at the Swayamvara, in the midst of a concourse of rajas, by performing a very difficult feat of archery. And from this time he became very much respected in this world among all bowmen. And in fields of battle also, like the sun, he was hard to behold by foemen. And having vanquished all the neighboring princes and every considerable tribe, he accomplished all that was necessary for the Raja, his eldest brother, to perform the great sacrifice, called Rajasuya. Yudhishthira, after having, through the wise counsels of Vasudeva and by the valor of Bhimsena and Arjuna, slain Jarasandha, the king of Magadha, and the proud Chaitya, acquired the right to perform the grand sacrifice of Rajasuya, abounding in provisions and offering and fraught with transcendent merits. And Duryodhana came to this sacrifice, and when he beheld the vast wealth of the Pandavas scattered all around, the offerings, the precious stones, gold and jewels, the wealth in cows, elephants, and horses, the curious textures, garments and mantles, the precious shawls and furs and carpets made of the skin of the Ranku, he was filled with envy and became exceedingly displeased. And when he beheld the hall of assembly, elegantly constructed by Maya, the Asura architect, after the fashion of a celestial court, he was inflamed with rage. And, having started in confusion at certain architectural deceptions within this building, he was derided by Bhimsena in the presence of Vasudeva like one of mean descent, and it was represented to Dhritarashtra that his son, while partaking of various objects of enjoyment and diverse precious things, was becoming meager, wan, and pale, and Dhritarashtra, some time after, out of affection for his son, gave his consent to their playing with the Pandavas at dice. And Vasudeva, coming to know of this, became exceedingly wroth. And being dissatisfied, he did nothing to prevent the disputes, but overlooked the gaming and sundry other horrid, unjustifiable transactions arising therefrom, and in spite of Vidura, Bhishma, Drona, and Kripa, the son of Saradwan, he made the Kshatriyas kill each other in the terrific war that ensued. And Dhritarashtra, hearing the ill news of the success of the Pandavas and recollecting the resolutions of Duryodhana, Kama, and Sakuni, pondered for a while and addressed to Sanjaya the following speech. Attend, O Sanjaya, to all I am about to say, and it will not become thee to treat me with contempt. Thou art well versed in the Shastras, intelligent and endowed with wisdom. My inclination was never to war, nor did I delight in the destruction of my race. I made no distinction between my own children and the children of Pandu. My own sons were prone to willfulness and despised me because I am old, blind as I am, because of my miserable plight, and through paternal affection, I bore it all. I was foolish. Alter the thoughtless Duryodhana, ever growing in folly. Having been a spectator of the riches of the mighty sons of Pandu, my son was derided for his awkwardness while ascending the hall, unable to bear it all, and unable himself to overcome the sons of Pandu in the field, and though a soldier, unwilling yet to obtain good fortune by his own exertion, with the help of the king of Gandhara, he concerted an unfair game at dice. Hear, O Sanjaya, all that happened thereupon and came to my knowledge. And when thou hast heard all I say, recollecting everything as it fell out, thou shalt then know me for one with the prophetic eye. When I heard that Arjuna, having bent the bow, had pierced the curious mark and brought it down to the ground, and bore away in triumph the maiden Krishna, in the sight of the assembled princes, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Subhadra of the race of Madhu had, after forcible seizure, been married by Arjuna in the city of Dvarka, and that the two heroes of the race of Vrishni, Krishna, and Balrama, the brothers of Subhadra, without resenting it, had entered Indraprastha as friends, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Arjuna, by his celestial arrow preventing the downpour by Indra the king of the gods, had gratified Agni by making over to him the forest of Pandava, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that the 5 Pandavas with their mother Kunti had escaped from the house of Lak, and that Vidura was engaged in the accomplishment of their designs, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Arjuna, after having pierced the mark in the arena, had won Draupadi, and that the brave Panchalas had joined the Pandavas, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Jarasandha, the foremost of the royal line of Magadha, and blazing in the midst of the Kshatriyas, had been slain by Bhima with his bare arms alone, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that in their general campaign the sons of Pandu had conquered the chiefs of the land and performed the grand sacrifice of the Rajasuya, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Draupadi, her voice choked with tears and heart full of agony, in the season of impurity, and with but one raiment on, had been dragged into court, and though she had protectors, she had been treated as if she had none, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that the wicked wretch Dussasana was striving to strip her of that single garment, had only drawn from her person a large heap of cloth without being able to arrive at its end, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Yudhishthira, beaten by Sabala at the game of dice and deprived of his kingdom as a consequence thereof, had still been attended upon by his brothers of incomparable prowess, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that the virtuous Pandavas, weeping with affliction, had followed their elder brother to the wilderness and exerted themselves variously for the mitigation of his discomforts, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Yudhishthira had been followed into the wilderness by Snatakas and noble-minded Brahmanas who live upon alms, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Arjuna, having in combat pleased the god of gods, Triambaka the three-eyed, in the disguise of a hunter, obtained the great weapon Pasipada, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that the just and renowned Arjuna, after having been to the celestial regions, had there obtained celestial weapons from Indra himself, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that afterwards Arjuna had vanquished the Kalakiyas and the Paulomas proud with the boon they had obtained, and which had rendered them invulnerable even to the celestials, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Arjuna, the chastiser of enemies, having gone to the regions of Indra for the destruction of the Asuras, had returned then successful, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Bhima and the other sons of Pritha, Kunti, accompanied by Vice Ravana, had arrived at that country which is inaccessible to man, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that my sons, guided by the counsels of Karna, while on their journey of Gashayatra, had been taken prisoners by the Gandharvas and were set free by Arjuna, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Dharma, the god of justice, having come under the form of a yaksha, had proposed certain questions to Yudhishthira, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that my sons had failed to discover the Pandavas under their disguise while residing with Draupadi in the dominions of Virata, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that the principal men of my side had all been vanquished by the noble Arjuna with a single chariot while residing in the dominions of Virata, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Vasudeva of the race of Madhu, who covered this whole earth by 1 foot, was heartily interested in the welfare of the Pandavas, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that the king of Matsya had offered his virtuous daughter Athara to Arjuna, and that Arjuna had accepted her for his son, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Yudhishthira, beaten at dice, deprived of wealth, exiled and separated from his connections, had assembled yet an army of 7 Akshohinis, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard Narada declare that Krishna and Arjuna were Nara and Narayana, and he, Narada, had seen them together in the regions of Brahma, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Krishna, anxious to bring about peace, for the welfare of mankind, had repaired to the Kurus, and went away without having been able to effect his purpose, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Kama and Duryodhana resolved upon imprisoning Krishna displayed in himself the whole universe, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. Then I heard that at the time of his departure, Pritha, Kunti, standing, full of sorrow, near his chariot received consolation from Krishna. Then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Vasudeva and Bhishma the son of Shantanu were the counselors of the Pandavas, and Drona the son of Bharadvaja pronounced blessings on them, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When Kama said unto Bhishma, I will not fight when thou art fighting, and quitting the army, went away, then, O Sanjaya, I had no hope of success. When I heard that Vasudeva and Arjuna and the Bhau Gandiva of immeasurable prowess, these 3 of